Good evening, guys. Warm welcome to the program. So, as usual, we are going to take up a job description of a leading multinational company. In fact, this company is one of my previous employer where I have started my career. But this is a guys. Warm welcome to the program. But this is a different division. So let us see what is the expectation of the employer. The idea of this program is to support the candidates who are in the job market to check what are the expectation of the employers and how do you prepare to meet the expectation of these employers. So let me dive into the program. Let me allow me to attach the screen. So this is the job analysis 130 number. If you are interested in seeing this previous episodes, you are always welcome to go to my Facebook channel where you can see the previous analysis of various job description. And this live cost is being done both in LinkedIn and YouTube. Thanks for watching. So before I start the program, let me introduce myself. This is my LinkedIn. You're always welcome to connect with me or follow me in the LinkedIn. I am also available in Udemy. I have more than 3,000 candidate enrolled for various supply chain program. Coming to my basic introduction, I am engineer with a PG degree in management and data science. I have nearly 2.5 decades working experience in large global organization. I have started my career with Bosch, and there I have worked in various subdomain before joining other multinational organization. So I have worked in various subdomain at various level in these global corporations, and the last 10 years of my service I was heading the supply chain function. So currently I am heading the organization known as Thoughtware Training Private Limited, and it is more or less nearly 5 years. As far as my certification is concerned, as you have seen in my LinkedIn profile, I have the certification from Apix. They are globally recognized certification, and if you are in the job market, possibly this certification may help you to get at least a job level, interview level, because in a highly competitive environment, everybody is a graduate, everybody is a postgraduate, and also they have some kind of a certification locally, including IIM, that is not helping them because 90% of the people are falling in the same category. So if you want to come out of the crowd, you should have something unique. Possibly, I expect this kind of PIC certification can help you. I am also certified from Demand Driven Institute. The DDPP means Demand Driven Planner Professional. I am also a certified purchasing manager from Institute of Supply Management and project management professional. I am qualified in analytics. So, any of you watching the live program, you are always welcome to type in the comments so that I can answer your questions. As far as our organization is concerned, we are a 5-year-old organization based in Bangalore, and we provide consulting and training in the field of supply chain, logistic, purchasing. And one of our globally recognized program is supply chain analytics. This program is developed to bridge the gap between employers' expectation and candidates' current knowledge level, and we are operating under a trade name Expert SEM. Now let us dive into the job description. So many of me may be aware what is this logo. Maybe I should have deleted this company. Let me delete it. Do you recognize which company's logo is that? Can you type in the comments which company logo is there? It's one of the leading multinational company. As I have told, I have worked in this company in my earlier years. Do any one of you recognize the logo of this multinational company? You can type in the comments. Which company logo is this? It's a German multinational company, a Fortune 500 company. You can type in the comments if you are aware of this company's logo. And we are going to discuss the job description of this particular company, which is available even today in many job portal. Any of the live participant, are you able to recognize which company's logo is this? I am able to see the comments or chat in both the LinkedIn and YouTube. If you have the knowledge, can you please type the company's name? Can anyone of you type? Are you not aware about this company, a Fortune 500 global organization? Hendrickson, Hardik, no, no. This is from a company called Bosch. I hope many of you might have heard the company. This is where I have started my career 30 years back. It's a great company to work those time. Maybe not now, but I have started that career earlier. If you want this particular job profile, you can always welcome to search from any of the job portal. I have picked this job in LinkedIn jobs, and today I have picked, and you can see the date posted 1 month ago. So there is a big question mark why they are not able to close the job. The reason could be they are not able to find a proper candidate applying for this job, or there could also be defect in the job description. The people right kind of candidates are not able to apply, as we have seen in our previous discussions. The problem could be on both the sides. So let us see why this job has to wait so long, because in the job market tens of thousands of people are waiting for a job, especially in such a global organization like Bosch. Hardik, it is a job posting from Bosch. That's what I am referring. It's a Bosch is a German multinational company. Originally, they were, you can see the company Bosch, and the position name is Manager Supply Chain Product Engineering. So it's not a manufacturing division, it is some other division where they are trying to develop software solutions for the organization. Mostly Bosch supplies the software solution to internal customer, not the external customer. Previously, possibly now, they may be doing for external customer also. So you can see the name of the company is Bosch Global Software Technology, based in Bangalore, Karnataka. Okay. So this company is not directly involved in the manufacturing of products, but they may be involved either as a third party logistic or in developing suitable technology to manage the entire software solution. So What are the general expectation is the candidate, this is my knowledge with even before going to the job description. What is expected from the candidate is the candidate should have overall supply chain knowledge, and they have mentioned specifically product engineering means you should be a part of a design team, and when the product is developed you should also parallelly suggest or involve in terms of whatever is critical in terms of the overall supply chain related to the particular product. So here one of the concept we talk usually is ESI. ESI means earlier supplier involvement. Okay, which means you can involve the supplier even at the design stage to maybe some of the global supplier, they have a greater knowledge about their own product, and they may be in a position to provide better knowledge about their own product in the design solution. So this is one of the important concept in supply chain management. Also there is something called DFX, design for, maybe it is design for supply chain or logistic, like we have design for manufacturing, design for maintenance, like that. So when it comes to supply chain, maybe we can think in terms of handling the product in a warehouse or transportation. So the product should be easy to handle, and it should be easy to store, easy to transport, which means for logistic, we ideal shape of the product or the package should be in cubic format or rectangular format, and if it is taken care in the design stage, then everything becomes easy. In fact, we call one factor as towability of the product. Towability means how easy is the final product is easy to handle. Okay, for example, if it is in a cubical or rectangular shape, it is easy to handle. On the other hand, if the final product is have some extension, or it's in a spherical shape or in a cylindrical shape, then it is not easily towable, stowable. Okay, so such things has to be taken care. And this candidate can develop the process for entire supply chain, like demand forecasting or inventory management and production planning, control, purchasing. Maybe when we talk about supply chain, it's end to end management. Possibly I am seeing some of the candidate putting their comments in the LinkedIn. We will answer that specific question, because you should also understand the reason why you are not getting the job. Possibly, one side there are thousands of candidates are available in the job market. On the other side, there are the employees that are not able to find suitable candidates. Okay, this could be any reason. On the other hand, I have also seen the job description given by the employees are not directly related to what they are expecting. The title of the job could be confusing to the candidate. So that is the reason why the right candidate are not able to apply. So here I could see Fahad Qureshi, who says he has done Apex CSCP and unemployed for last 2 years. It is very critical. I am not sure why he is not able to employ. Maybe I suggest Fahad to get in touch with me, fix up a time, we can discuss. But in the job market, there are a lot of thing which you have to understand. Maybe if you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can go back and see various job description, what is the expectation of the employers. And there are some employees who are still not able to find a job, like this current job posting, which is live for more than 1 month. So let us understand what is the problem. Generally these kind of people have a planning and analytical skill. And there is a question from Ardik asking, what is the difference between purchase and supply chain management? Purchase is one of the subdomain in the supply chain management. Supply chain management deals with end to end management. When we say end to end management, it includes starting from demand management, demand forecasting, purchasing, inventory management, production planning and control, warehousing, logistic, distribution. So you can see supply chain is overall, and purchasing is one of the subdomain. In some of the companies, purchasing is also treated outside the supply chain management. It all depends upon a particular company. So if you are in a purchasing, you are working in a narrow domain, you should come out of it and try to learn overall supply chain management, and you may have a lot of opportunity in any of the subdomain. Okay, Hardik says, I am from production engineering background and I want to switch to SEM. Profile gets rejected. Of course, if you do not have proper knowledge in supply chain management, you may be rejected, because it is not that supply chain is as few candidate. Every field has a tough competition. Tens of thousands of people are available. Possibly there are people who have qualified in supply chain, they have experience in supply chain. Also you can see a previous candidate who is saying he is already APIX certified. I was mentioning from the beginning of the program, APIX certification is one of the global recognized certification. Even there is a fight for such kind of a candidate. So there is something which is a big gap. Let us try to understand. For Arthik, it is not a easy job to switch from production engineering to supply chain unless you are qualified or have a deep knowledge in supply chain. Let us understand. Maybe you are also watching various program. If you have not seen my previous job description, please go to my YouTube channel and you can see various companies' job description is being described. Okay, so as we see this particular job description, it talks about manager supply chain, but it is focusing on product engineering, which means it is not a regular supply chain, but somebody who have to formulate the entire supply chain at the stage of product design, or by seeing the description of the company, they are developing some software suitable for organization who are launching new product. Okay, let us see the details. So job description: role to manage all aspects of organization supply chain management and operations, including procurement, vendor relation, production, logistic and distribution. You can see what are all the aspects of supply chain. So like they are covering every aspect of supply chain, like procurement, vendor relation, both are same, part of each one another. That next subdomain, production. Normally production is not a part of a supply chain, but PPC, production planning and control, can be a part of supply chain. Then logistic and distribution, of course, here they are not talking about the inventory management or demand management. So they are trying to focus one localized area. Maybe Ardik, for you this kind of a job will be suitable. If you are interested in purchasing, you can watch this program before I answer your direct question. So here they are looking for a overall SEM experience, supply chain management experience. Qualification, they are talking bachelor degree in business management, supply chain management or related field. Of course, every one of you know in India we do not have a formal education in supply chain management. Okay, possibly some of the colleges they have a MBA degree. And nowadays for commercialization, I also see some of the companies they are having at a BBA or BCom level supply chain and logistic, and some companies they are also exploiting candidates. They are saying supply chain and HR, supply chain and finance. Those are all just for commercial purpose. They are not going to teach you anything on supply chain. So let us see other aspect: experience in supply chain management, preferably operation, manufacturing, and purchasing, leadership, ability to manage logistic of all aspects of supply chain from product development to the shipment of finished product. Okay, so they are looking for a candidate not only at the operational level but from the design stage, starting from the design board till you launch the product and then operationalize the product. So this is the experience. So they are mentioning strong negotiation and communication skill. All this are expected. So as we were discussing, there is nothing called BBA in supply chain or in India especially. Yeah, I know maybe some foreign university, especially US and Europe, they have a bachelor's degree in supply chain, but in India it's still in a nascent stage. You may see there are a lot of universities, colleges offering supply chain and logistic, but it's only for the namesake. They do not have a curriculum suited to the engineer organization, nor the people who are teaching as the industrial experience. So it is more of a theoretical, and maybe in this job profile they are not given how many years of experience. Maybe manager nowadays, it could be 5 to 10 years experience. The other requirement responsible for overall strategy and execution of supply chain function, as well as planning and directing activities and operation of the business. Possibly here, this is one of the core requirement. But if you see operations of the business, so it's somewhat higher level. Assist logistic process for the development of new product, inventory maintenance, manufacturing, shipment, and delivery. Of course, though manufacturing is not a part of supply chain, you need to coordinate with the manufacturing. That's where PPC, production planning and control, comes into picture. Okay, so you are expected to have such a knowledge, but let us see. I assume earlier they were talking about purchasing subdomain. Now I think they are talking about logistics subdomain. Let us understand for some more requirements. Demonstrated experience in handling SEM related legalities such as contracting, export agreement. So here they are talking about contracts. Maybe here logistic import export also comes into picture. Schedule and execute periodic evaluation to ensure vendors are adhering to pricing, contract, and agreement. So this is more of a purchasing kind of a role, contracting. So there is some confusion growing. Developing, supporting, and monitoring departmental objective towards goals of achieving annual company operating plan. I'm not sure this company being a solution provider, they are talking in terms of overall strategy, not only supply chain. They are talking about company's operating plan. So there is some deviation. This could confuse the candidates, and that could be the reason why not many candidates are applying, and this position is remaining vacant. Evaluate vendors systematically and negotiate contract for short, medium, long term at the time of selection. Develop and implement sourcing and purchasing strategy. So these things could be a major activity of strategic sourcing. So I'm not sure why they should call this position as manager supply chain. It could have been called as a strategic sourcing. This is where you plan all the requirement. It is one step before even you launch or think about supply chain. Okay. And for me, this position could be more or less a strategic sourcing. build and maintain relationship with the suppliers, manufacturers, distributor, and ensure timely execution of project. So I don't know what they are talking about the project. Is this company not executing project, or are they talking in terms of their own customers? Involved in product development process from POC to startup production and contribute appropriately for each stage, including target cost establishment, tracking, organizing, DFA, DFM, and supply development. So possibly, if they may be providing consulting to a third party who want to launch a product, so this position can assist in the form of designing the supply chain, but the things are not so much clear with the description. Why it could be a new product cycle, and possibly, as I told, this could be a strategic sourcing role rather than the supply chain role. It is not that supply chain is not involved in long term planning, they are also involved, but this is more tilted towards strategic sourcing. So there is a confusion. Maybe you can see that this could be the reason why many candidates are not applying. Provide MIS reports to management like order versus cost, timeline creep, PR. So some kind of a project management and reporting is also required. Deployment of tools and process in supply chain organization for improved efficiency, quality, transparency as appropriate. So tools and processes in supply chain organization, for improved efficiency, quality, transparency. Maybe here they are talking about visibility, or maybe analytical tool. Possible all company, whatever the position, you should have a tool for monitoring the process plan versus actual. That's what is given here. Then maintain compliance with all regulatory requirement and ethical standard related to procurement. Effective development of purchasing team. So they are talking about purchasing team. So the appropriate title could be the sourcing year. Okay. Ensure effective compliance during audit. Of course, purchasing is also responsible for many compliance related issues. For example, the purchase order or a contract is a legal document. So whatever terms and condition you are using in the contract could be challenged in the court of law. Even in the logistic, there are a lot of compliance requirement, especially if the organization is working in a EPZ or SCZ. They are involved in imports, exports, custom duty, EPCG, or GST related. But that's a logistic function. But here, being purchasing may not be aware about logistic compliance. Okay, ethical standard is fine. That is related to all subdomains in any part of the organization. So conclusion, I feel this could be a big confusion among the applicants, as we have seen. Very less number of people have applied, though this posting is there for more than 1 month. Maybe the title is not very clear. When you put manager supply chain, also product engineering, it leads to confusion in the minds of people what exactly this organization is trying to get. And as we go through the job description also, it is leading in multiple directions. So I feel this JD is not properly written. It may lead to confusion, no clarity in job description. Of course, any one of my I mean Bosch colleagues who are watching, if you have any clarification, you can reach out to me, because I feel you need to develop a job description which is reflecting the actual requirement, and also the candidate should be able to understand what exactly you are looking for. And posting may continue to be available for many more months if it is not corrected. Now let me answer some of the questions which I can see. Starting from there is Sahib Dada Abdul Rahman, who is telling, I need a supply chain diploma. Please, Abdul Rahman, understand we are not in education or a college or a university. We are a training organization. We do not provide any diploma or graduate or MBA. We provide job oriented executive program. If you are interested, please reach out to our executive. You can see our contact number or WhatsApp number is available here. You can reach out. Coming to the next question from Pahad, who says he is already Apex CSCP certified and he is unemployed for 2 years. I am really not sure about his background. To have a better understanding, I request Mr. Qureshi to get in touch with me. Will let us understand what is the gap, and the more time gap or break you have in your career, the finding a right job becomes very difficult. So let us understand. Without knowing your profile, I cannot comment. As far as Ardik Borde is concerned, he is asking vendor development costing also part of SCM. Yeah, as we were discussing, purchasing can be a part of supply chain management. So vendor development or product part costing can be a part of supply chain management or purchasing. Is sourcing a responsibility of supply chain management? Yes, it is a part of supply chain management. It's one subdomain within the supply chain management. And this next question is, in some companies, SEM does costing. Is it so? See, supply chain management, like I was discussing in this particular company, Bosch, they are treating purchasing as a part of supply chain management. So the component or product costing is also a part of the purchasing or sourcing. So the overall supply chain management should also include costing. Okay, but generally, some organization, they keep purchasing out of a supply chain domain, and they are being used only for developing the new supplier for a new component, like that. Once it is developed, it is given to supply chain for further operational activity. So for your question, I am not sure whether you are trying to enter supply chain. Yes, if you are trying to enter supply chain, purchasing is also one domain. But I advise you to not enter in purchasing, because it's a highly competitive. A lot of people are available in purchasing or choosing. It doesn't require any technical capability, especially in Indian understanding, because many company doesn't talk about should costing or like rightly you have put, costing should be a part of purchasing. The purchasing executive who is talking should be a technocrat. When he is ordering a component or a product, he should understand what are the components of the product, or what is the process used to make. For example, he is trying to get a mobile phone or electronic device. He should know. He should I am using the word should. That's where should costing comes into play. What are the components used for building the product? Who are the manufacturer? What may be the rough cost of this component? Then what is the labor component, and then overhead component, all put together, you are going to get a product costing. Okay, even before discussing with supplier, you should know roughly this electronic product should cost $1,000. Then you can send a quote from the vendor, and ask them what is the quote. But unfortunately, in traditional organization, they do not have an idea of what should be the costing. So they take a quote from three or four vendors, and from there they start negotiating. But that is not the ideal case. Okay, any of you, any further questions? I have told Mr. Arthik to get in touch with you if you have any specific requirement. I have given my mobile number also. You can ping up and call me, or for others who are watching, please note down this WhatsApp number and get in touch with me. Which is vast or SEM? Yes, you have to understand, Arthik. I am telling you, purchasing is one of the small subdomain in supply chain management. In supply chain management, you have lot of subdomains where you have more opportunity than purchasing. Purchasing is a highly competitive field because lot of people are available in purchasing, so salary will be less, getting a job will be tough. Whereas if you go into supply chain, the opportunity increases. Any other question, you are always welcome to reach out to me. So I have given my number or our executive number. You can reach out for career guidance, or if you want to discuss some job description, you are welcome. So, any other question from anyone who are watching the program in live? I can see lot of people are watching this live program. Any questions? Of course, you are welcome to see my various analysis of various multinational company in the job posting, and you can watch them in my LinkedIn profile and YouTube channel. It is all saved for a long time. If you need any assistance for training, either for individual or corporate training, you are welcome to contact me. Ramesh Kumar is asking about, please tell me about CPSM certifications credibility. In fact, I am a certified professional from ISM. Earlier format is known as CPM, Certified Purchasing Manager. As a credibility, see, this ISM is 100 years old organization. Okay, much even before supply chain has born, this institution is available. Possibly I have my own doubt, because these organizations are not changing in tune with the current requirement. Now, in the market we are talking about 10 minutes delivery, okay, 2 hours delivery for any product. But these kind of traditional certification, they do not talk about the current requirement, but they may talk about standard process. And in purchasing or sourcing, this certification is still regarded as a highly valuable certification. And Milesh is asking, do you provide service like CV review writing? Of course, we do, with some value addition. Maybe you can get in touch with our executive, which I have given in my contact number. And Ardik is talking about, do you provide guidance about SEM certification? Yes, we do provide guidance and training also. But if you are talking about purchasing or sourcing, the CPSM will be the right certification. On the other hand, if you are talking about the core supply chain, then APIX format of certification will be suitable. Please don't go into any of the local certification provided by any organization in India, because everybody is having some certification in the job market. If there are 10,000 people are available, 9,500 people have all form of certification locally. And also nowadays, getting a certification from IIM is very easy. If you are able to spend 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupee, you can get a certification from IIM. And also you can become alumni. So I am seeing in the job crowd, most of the people have certification, including the one from IIM. Okay, so if you take APIC certification in India, there are not more than 3.5 to 4,000 certified people. So that is the value of the certification. On the other hand, please keep in mind that itself is not a guarantee for you getting the job. It may help you in getting the interview, but that doesn't guarantee you a job, because nowadays employer are also looking for some kind of a analytical skill required in the candidate. Whereas if you take either CPSM or APIC certification, they do not even talk about any calculations or even using of Excel. But in the real world situation, the things are totally different. Okay, hope this is informative, and you are always welcome to connect with me if you have any doubt. We can provide you career assistance and also training where required. Thanks for watching. Bye.